Jackson, Jeff Crow. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Bart. Glad to be back. Thank you.
Welcome back. Yes.
Yeah.
And for those keeping score at home, this is Jeff's sixth visit to our show.
For this year, too. We started back in March. We had 5 before then, and this is number 6. So,
wow.
And we've had a lot to talk about at every one of these. So it's great to be here and glad to work through it.
Yes, and they're going swimmingly.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're really, as you say, having a lot to talk about because it's been a busy construction season.
Yeah, not just, well, in particular, this has probably been our busiest season in decades that we had. And happy October, by the way, but you really wouldn't know with the good weather that we've had. All the orange cones that you see in the street, you would just think it's still just summer, just business as usual, but we've had great weather and we're taking every opportunity to help our infrastructure and improve what we have in the city.
Yeah, this is unbelievable that this warm summer weather has continued this long, and really a lot of days without rain too. So, would you say you're getting more done because of the weather?
I would say we're maintaining our pace. Usually when we bid these projects out, we require a construction schedule from our contractor, which tends to be a little bit more optimistic than what we see. But luckily, that optimism is really playing out, and we are completing our projects on time and under budget.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look at some of the things underway. We're going to start with MLK, and I think this is the biggest project that you have going right now.
Yeah, it's to recap, this is a major 2-phase effort to reconstruct Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, beginning at Morrell Street and extending 1 mile south down to South Street. Given it's a mile stretch and we're doing a lot of underground infrastructure, we are breaking this out into 2 phases. And phase 1 kicked off back in May. Since then, we've installed new water distribution main and water transmission main pipes. We've installed new sanitary and storm sewers, and now we're just completing the remaining of the site concrete work, is what you're seeing right there. That's the east side of MLK there, and we're constructing a conventional sidewalk there, which should be completed by the end of the week. We just recently completed the west side non-motorized pathway between Morrell Street and High Street. That big 10-foot wide path is going to be great to make this Martin Luther King a fully complete street for both drivers and pedestrians alike. Now, with this site concrete nearly complete, I should say, the next phase is asphalt paving, and that's something that I've been really looking forward to, and it's going to be happening in the coming weeks or so. So stay tuned for that. We are wrapping up, and we should have this portion wrapping up towards completion by mid-November. But now, with that said, this is 2 phases. So come March, we're going to be doing the exact same work beginning at High Street and extending a half mile down to South Street. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be up for 2026.
So the section that you're working on right now, that'll be completely done by mid-November?
Yes, we hope to have the tree plantings in place. We should have all the turf established for the most part. Now the contractor is going to be the same contractor doing the second phase, so they'll be monitoring it more than usual to make sure that grass takes root. But yes, things are moving ahead quite readily.
And this non-motorized trail will connect to the current MLK Equality Trail?
Yes. Yep. Right in the center near High Street is where MLK Equality Trail intersects Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. So that is where everything will connect.
And then on the north end of that, where does it end?
Oh, well, it ends right at the Morrell Street roundabout is what we have going on. So we always try to break up our sidewalks and non-motorized pathways in phases and construct from there with the funding that we got. But there ultimately needs to be an endpoint for each year, and then we continue on from there.
Now, over the years, MLK and previously as Francis, it has in sections been wide enough for four lanes of traffic.
Yeah.
And over the years, it's been narrowed. Is it going to be further on a diet when it's all complete?
Now, when we say diet, it is a lane reduction. You're absolutely right, but we're not reducing the widths of each lane. So it is going to be safe. And when I say that, that's the number one priority and the whole purpose of a road diet, to make sure that pedestrians, for both residents and commercial users alike, can cross the street in a safe manner. And so there'll be ample parking on both sides of the street, as well as crosswalks more frequently.
Okay, so parking will be on both sides.
That is correct.
As it is right now.
Yes.
All right, let's go to East Avenue, Plymouth, Michigan, over by the hospital.
Yes, this one is also, as far as a dollar amount, pretty similar to Martin Luther King Jr.
Really?
Drive. Yes, because this is a major, well, what we're doing is we are replacing a 100-year-old cast iron water main with a new 20-inch ductile iron pipe, which is a big proactive step to improve the reliability of our water distribution system. Now, this contractor is on East Avenue between Michigan and Plymouth Street currently, but they've been quite busy since March. They've been installing new transmission main pipe on Cooper from Michigan to Pearl. They've been on Pearl for all 6 blocks from Michigan over to Waterloo. And we still got some extra work to do over on Pearl Street too as well. But they also installed the water transmission main on Waterloo going down to Michigan Avenue. We recently completed a 1-block stretch from Michigan to East Avenue. And now we are here on East Avenue extending water transmission main pipe from Michigan down to Plymouth Street. Now, this East Avenue block in particular has been a little more complex than our other former streets. And the reason for that is we have a lot of underground utilities on East Avenue. We had to relocate the sanitary sewer. We had to relocate the storm sewers. There's been issues in regards to depths and locations of these utilities. But we have a great contractor who's been used to this type of work, this type of water heavy infrastructure projects. So we're should be on track to get the rest of the water transmission main installed toward the end of October. After that, we're just replace everything from the sidewalks to the pavement. Anything that we disturb, we will replace with new material. The idea is to get the condition for these water main replacement projects to make the street as equal or better condition than when we were before the work zone started.
Yeah, I would imagine being one of the oldest parts of the city, there's centuries of things underneath that ground.
Yep, a lot of buried stuff that you just really got to go slow and be safe about it.
All right, next we'll check out the water project on Pigeon Street, Moore Street, and Wren Street.
Yeah, yep, so we have crews working on Pigeon Street between Martin and Wren Street. Or Moore and Wren Street, I should say, but the same crew is actually working on Wren between Martin and Pigeon Street. And this is actually part of a much bigger program to replace the water distribution main on 13 blocks across 10 different streets. And Wren and Pigeon Street are the last 2 on the list for this year. And all these streets have one thing in common. They have a 100-year-old, 4-inch undersized water distribution main that's just not up to today's fire flow for safety, as well as just water pressure quality for at home for the users here. So we are replacing that 4-inch pipe with a new 8-inch ductile iron pipe, which is, once that's installed and connected, the folks are going to see a major improvement quite immediate. Now, we just installed the water distribution main pipe. The last section was just about yesterday. So today, we're going to pressure test it to make sure it is free of leaks, followed by a week-long process of flushing, sampling, disinfection, and testing to make sure it is free of harmful bacteria. Then we connect each house who is currently served by a lead service line. We will abandon that lead service line and connect a new copper service line from the new water main in the street to the water meter in each basement. From there, it goes pretty quick after that. We just pave what we disturb, new curb and gutter for areas that we trench through, and get the street back up, open the shape. For Wren and Pigeon, we should be near completion first or second week of November.
Awesome. And the other thing those streets have in common, they're named after birds.
Yes.
Yes. Are there, besides Wren and Pigeon, are there other bird-named streets over in that area?
Oh gosh, pop quiz time, right?
There is a section of town where, I think it's in Vandercook, where it's called Birdland, where the streets are, is that right, Brandon? There's a little Birdland?
I've never heard that.
Well, I believe it.
We're going to have to do the research on that. Now, this will be in addition to super sparkling, clear, wonderful water, it'll have, like for those taking showers
Yeah.
in the areas affected,
Yes.
suddenly it'll be a hot, strong, it'll be, well, not hot, unless but stronger
Yeah.
flow.
When you go from a 4-inch to an 8-inch, it's not just twice the amount of pressure. It's something just a little bit greater. It's really, you will notice. And it's something that is just today's standard. And just a 4-inch just isn't up to today's code.
All right, so those in the affected areas, when you take your first shower after they've got all the things completed and tested and everything, hold on to the grab bar because the pressure might knock you down. It's going to be that good.
You heard it here first.
Yes. So this weather, with the, obviously making it easier for construction, but then what's going to happen during the winter? Are there projects that you do during the winter?
Well, we do have an ongoing lead service line replacement program that currently is bounded by Martin Luther King to the east, Michigan Avenue to the north, West Ave to the west, and Audubon and Prospect Street to the south. We are replacing about 1,000 lead service lines in this area. We shotgunned a mass mailing list of this volunteer program to replace the line. Now, when I say voluntary, it's just voluntary as my contractor doing it at no charge to you. But in reality, it's not only a goal for us to replace every lead service line in Jackson, it's a requirement by the state of Michigan to do it in a reasonable time frame. And given our water quality is just fine, we do frequent testing, and our testing is available. Those results are on cityofjackson.org. We do have a grace period to get this done in a safe and efficient manner without affecting the residents in regards to a safety standpoint.
All right, so here at JTV, we're on the list, and they've called us like 2 or 3 times, but we're not scheduled yet.
Okay.
So hopefully don't forget about us.
Nope. If you're on the list, you are on the list, and we will take care of you.
All right, and then you start planning for next year. Do you already have things on the calendar for next year?
Yep, we are currently in our budgeting phase right now. We have a laundry list of big projects and small projects, really, and a few pet projects here and there from residents who raise concerns about catch basin issues, really small miscellaneous projects. We're compiling those, we're looking at our budget, and we should have that all sorted out toward the end of November, probably early December. We should have a definite list of what we got going on as far as a more complete list. But overall, we do have some designated water transmission main work to go. And of course, the Martin Luther King job, phase 2, is commencing next year.
Yeah, and the other projects going on, we have a big MDOT project happening with the Cooper Street Bridge, and it looks like they're getting closer. I noticed concrete was poured in the roadbed.
Yes.
On I think on one side of the bridge. So.
And it looks very nice too. I just drove by this morning, and it's really good to see. And they're also on track for completion mid-November too as well. Once that concrete's in place, we just got to install railing, get the striping in place, make it safe, put the signage up, and then it's open the traffic from there.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate all the updates, Jeff. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jeff Crow is the Assistant Engineer, City Engineer for the City of Jackson.